Howdy chummers, it's me, Kriegy. Was just browsing the Steam, queue today and saw this game and decided to pick it up. It was only $2 and figure for $2, can't go wrong. So let's just jump right in. I haven't played this game yet, so anything's possible. Now, the game does have dialogue, like voice acting and narration, but it's in a foreign language, and so I just decided to turn it off. This place doesn't have a name. Everybody calls it the desert. But this is not the kind of desert where sandstorms rage and small lizards and spiders hide under sand from hot sun. The sun here is dim, like it's not real. Its warmth does not reach the lands. Even its light is distant and ghastly. But even such a sun is a rare guest for the desert. The night lasts thrice as long as the day. Well, and this is why the moon and the stars are the only ones who never left the edge of this world. They illuminate the lands where no manifestation of life will ever be. Talk about a mouthful. Okay, if this is how it's gonna be, I'm just gonna stop reading this, because there's no way I'm gonna get this right. Only they do not distinguish between populated valleys and deserted wastelands and continue to remind the travelers of existence of time. It is because of this emptiness and lifelessness that the desert was named so. Okay, look, can we just play the game? Like, I understand it's a desert. It's called the desert. It's a desert. It's sand, it's sun, it's hot, it's cold, it's a desert. Alright, good to know. I mean, I love how we can keep talking about this desert. The edge of the world, the fields of oblivion is what they call it. See, why couldn't we have just done that first? It's a desert, it's hot, it's the fields of oblivion. There are legends of these fields are amazing in their beauty, that these fields are beyond time, and most importantly, that they are home to a special kind of flower? What? The snow-white flowers are priceless treasures. They cure any wounds and diseases, resurrect the dead, and give immortality. However, there is no recorded proof of these rumors. Who doesn't want to believe in a miracle, though? Well, I don't know. I believe in the miracle on ice. Well, hello there, Talia. She walked in silence until they suddenly remembered the wagoner's strange words. Now she understood them. I will go to the first stolen sound, so he said. Stolen sound. Like copyright infringement? Or like something you shouldn't have heard but you heard anyway? Could it be true that until I reach the fields, all I will hear is the sound of my own breath and the barely audible of rustling of sand? Well, if you're in a desert that is a void and they call it the something of oblivion, I'm pretty sure that's all you're gonna hear. It's not like you're walking through New York City. Talia pouted. Well, you know, you got other things going for you. I mean, you look fairly attractive. Pretty sure that Wagoneer. She was sure that the desert would not be a trial for her because she, after all, was a priestess of the goddess. What goddess? Goddess of war? Goddess of time? Goddess in general? But she didn't think about how she would get used to human society. What? Have you been living in a bomb shelter like I have? I mean, we could be bunker buddies. All alone. Quiet. It broke from her lips after a half-day's journey. The day ended, foreshadowing a long night. Well, seeing as for some reason the night is 3 times longer than the day, I don't understand that one. I feel that the next time the sun will greet me will be on the way back. Oh, I feel that the next time the sun will greet me will be on the way back. Talia did not have time to understand what she felt or thought. Her eyes were chained to something that could not be in the desert. Looks like camp lights and smoke from the extinguished fires. A caravan? I've never heard of caravans driving through the desert. It makes no sense. Despite many questions, Talia was already in a hurry to the place, feeling joyful and excited. People's noisy conversations and clumsy but cheerful music were heard long before the blurry outlines began to take shape. In the midst of dead sounds, the camp seemed to be an oasis of tumultuous life. Coming very close to the camp, Talia felt the warmth from the huge bonfire. She involuntarily stopped, closed her eyes, and basked in the warm air for several minutes. In the desert. There was not salvation but deceit. Cool air covered the skin. An unlucky traveler who ignored this minor inconvenience gradually weakened and yielded into sleep. In the end, it was possible to fall off your feet and fall asleep forever. Apparently, they knew what it was like to travel in the desert. Talia noted that the travelers did not differ much from the inhabitants of the nearest settlements, but they had many light sources with them. Talia did not understand what the caravan was doing here. Not having been stopped by anyone, she joined the circle at the burning fire. Her neighbor was a young man sitting on a big bale. Are you the son of Anubis or something? He was the only one who did nothing and did not talk to anyone. From his absent gaze, it was clear his thoughts were somewhere far away. Talia decided to get his attention. Am I? Oh. I'm Talia. Okay, that makes more sense now. Of course. From this moment on, everything that we belong to you, beautiful lady. Of course. From this moment on, everything that we have belongs to you, beautiful lady. Look, I can't read, okay? Like, apparently, I shouldn't be reading. You are so kind. My name is Talia. Okay, I'm Talia. Good to know. And this dude clearly is trying to get in my pants today. The sound of your name matches your charming appearance. However, my name is not so beautiful. My name is Einar. I have traveled with this caravan for a long time. People here may seem rude to you, but I promise, they're all extremely kind. Therefore, while you're with us, you have nothing to fear. Well, clearly not. I mean, if you were going to kill me, you'd do it already. This tune is suitable for the desert. I cannot agree with you. The tune is full of sensual sadness. Do you hear the sound of raindrops falling on the hot ground? No. But this place will never heat up. Never will rain cool in the heat. Here is the concentration of unemotional emptiness. Talia flinched. She had not meant to speak out loud, and therefore had not been expecting an answer. You know, that sound, yeah, I am Talia. Yes. Half of the stuff that she does, I do on a daily basis. Why then, turning your gaze to the sky, do you not see it? It? The moon. It never turns away from these dead lands, but its light is only a reflection that it cannot give life. This is getting very philosophical. I don't feel comfortable right now. It's a lot to look at the consequences of our helplessness for ages. Einar, these drops are not a life-giving rain. These are tears. Whoa, this just got deep. When Talia saw that the mood of Einar from the melancholic changed to dark and thoughtful, she felt guilty. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty guilty right now. I think I just crushed my chances of hooking up with this guy, seeing as I just totally went philosophical on his ass. I think I may have said something that was not worth talking about. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I tend to say what's on my mind all the time. I live by the method bottom line up front. And because of that, I get into trouble. Just like Talia here. Talia got up and moved closer to the fire. Yeah, because it's getting kind of cold in this desert here. Which in a few hours turns into a small hearth. Talia straightened up. Did I miss something? No, it just changed, okay? Talia straightened up, took her left leg away while gently pulling her right hand aside. Then she stretched her left hand in the other direction. She repeated this movement several times, then moved her hand. I'm dancing? Okay. I'm dancing. Interesting. The unknown musician also decided to create the necessary accompaniment. Well, seeing as I'm like probably the most attractive woman here, of course I'm gonna get away with dancing, you know, erotically and exotically. Talia did not interrupt the movement, starting to slowly spin around, plastically moving her lips. As soon as the music changed, so did her movements. Now she was spinning like a spinner. In this mad whirlwind, you couldn't see her figure. Her scarlet clothes, intertwined with her golden threads of hair, sparkling in the light of flames, created an illusion of a raging fire. So I'm dancing like a raging fire next to a raging fire. Nice. Talia was bouncing over the ground as if there were hot coals scattered on the surface. The dancer wriggled with her whole body, while keeping the hardness of her blows. The audience was fascinated by her dance. It was as if the spirit of fire herself had been incarnated before them. It seemed that if Talia touched someone with her palm now, she would burn them. The flames ran through her hair, I feel like I'm reading a novel. The hot streams of air, which could not be here, carried these sparks through the camp. Yeah, you know, they're probably just trying to get inside of my dress thing that I'm wearing, okay? Talia didn't want to interrupt anyone's fun, but she was getting more and more tired. In order not to destroy the image of undying flame, she began to involve others in the dance, and when no one could see her, dissolved into the crowd. Yeah, I've been there. That was fantastic, and I am amazed at how breathtaking your dance is. We were unusually lucky to meet such a beautiful flower in the way. Aww. Thank you. But I know what you're doing. I don't know if it's gonna work. Thank you, but I'm not that experienced in the art of dance. Nor am I. I got 1 foot, and I'm not sure which direction it faces, so the fact that you pulled that off, good for you. Your movements inspire the others. That is the most important thing. Well, I mean, when you've got a face and a body like that, I mean... Few people gathered to listen to the sad melody, but the passion of fire swallowed everyone up. I've always been surprised at people's ability to enjoy life more than to be sad. They burn, burn, burn. And they want to live irresistibly. No, they just want to fuck me. That's what it is! In the morning, the caravan went on. When I fell asleep, I was afraid I'd never see you again. That wasn't my caravan, okay? My wagon... Where's my wagoneer? Man... Did Omar the wagoneer leave me behind? Really? Time goes by unnoticed when you're not alone. Is that what they say? I don't know. I don't know what they say. I'm not from these parts. I've never felt that the time going before. I lived separately from the world, in a place where nothing ever changed. So do I. I live in a bomb shelter, so hey. Even eternity can go by unnoticed. Yeah, I'm staring at the wall of my bomb shelter. I'm like, wow. That wall has been the same ever since I moved in this place. After I went on a journey around the world... Okay! You wouldn't happen to be related to that one guy, Phineas Fogg, right? I mean... I hope not. This feature began to disappear. Now I can feel bored. It's unusual to hear such words. Anyone I know might sooner or later start complaining about the lack of time and its frenzied speed. But I admit, there are instances where time lasts too long. This is one such time. The sky is covered with clouds. No moon or stars are visible. Well, thank you for giving me a play-by-play on how night works. If not for your beauty, the desert would have been completely drowned in darkness. And he wants to get in my pants. That's what's going on here. This guy is a tryhard and is trying hard to get into my pants. It's not probably gonna work. Unfortunately, I am incredibly far from the beauty of the treasures that the goddess has given to people. If I am on the lower end of the number scale for beauty, then I want to see what the most beautiful people look like in my society. I am sad that we cannot see them now. My mind just went nope into the gutter. Maybe I can cheer you up if I give you a little gift. Oh, what are you gonna give me, honey? What are you gonna give me? I wonder. With these words, Einar took out a little krister from his inner coat. Excuse me while I go... Wait a minute. He wasn't wearing a coat. He was wearing a shirt with like a crop top shirt with jewels on it. Okay. It glowed with light from the inside and shone like a pearl. Okay. The light was matted, but the edges glistened with the multicolored rays. You know, normally when things glow like that, they're either radioactive or luminescent. And I really hope it's not radioactive. You know, maybe we want to check that and make sure it's not radioactive. Please accept it. It will temporarily replace the divine blessing that does not reach us now and protect us from harm. So it's like a bulletproof vest in a bottle. Okay. Only now did Talia feel that Einar's excitement was more serious than sadness brought about the gloomy landscape. She herself had forgotten what the lack of light could have caused. I can't accept such a precious thing. Look, buddy, I don't want to fuck you right now. Don't worry, I also have one, so I'm not sacrificing anything. Well, isn't that convenient? I really want to protect you from danger, so take it without hesitation. Talia carefully took the stone, feeling how the warmth and natural energy of the goddess mixed with the one that already circulated through her body. It was like a gentle touch of the Creator, which she gave her priestesses from time to time. The feeling was like eating candy as a kid. Even now, it brought fleeting joy, albeit clouded by conscience. Einar did not know that for someone, this embodied chance of salvation could be a whim. Thank you. I will carefully preserve your gift. But why are you so worried about security? Is there any reason to worry? We're in the middle of a desert. There's a lot that could go wrong. I could step on a camel spider. I could get eaten by a camel. I could be bitten by a scorpion. I mean, there's a lot that could go wrong. I did not mean to scare you. I'm not scared! I'm just confused. But the desert is fraught with more dangers than you expect. So you're patronizing me now. You know, that's not going to work. You want to patronize me, I'm just going to throw this crystal back and tell you that you're going to get blue balls for Christmas. Do you know about monsters? Creatures of darkness? Yeah. We know about the creatures of darkness. Most of them end up in a prison cell at some point in their life. I heard the legend at the beginning of time, when only darkness and light appeared, a goddess was born from the light, and from her shadow were monsters that they later called abyssals. The goddess was able to curb them, but they will exist as long as her world and she herself is alive. The goddess could only make sure that the abyssals didn't hurt people. The sun and the moonlight are blessed because they drive away monsters. But when this light does not reach the earth for any reason, nothing holds back on the abyssals. But isn't that a legend that scares little kids so they don't walk alone at dark nights? Talia had to play along with the other person. She better than knew that monsters were real. Okay, I mean, I believe in paranormal activity, that's for sure. I mean, there's some creepy stuff that's unexplained in this world. During her service to the goddess, she often had to protect people from them. For most, the abyssals remained a fairy tale by the efforts of Talia and her sisters. I think you're the kind of person who believes in legends, especially old ones. Which are the most true? The abyssals are one of these real stories. Now the moon's hidden by clouds, so their coming is quite possible. Oh, that's how it works. So we're really in danger. You know, there's an easy way to fight monsters. and its carry a weapon. Talia wasn't afraid of monsters, but she felt the weight of her deception. She could not reveal the reasons why the stone was useless to her. Oh, you're just playing games. You're just playing sympathy games. Oh, man, that's where we're not alike. I'm gonna tell a guy straight up, look, we ain't right for each other. Look, I got this thing that keeps me, who I am. I've got the divine power within me, so your little trinket of security is nothing more than a useless stone. The jewel, which is vital to others, was now so wasted in her hands. Oh, you think I'm just some... Drek nuggets, man. Drek nuggets. You don't look particularly frightened. Well, I'm not, okay? I'm not scared by legends or monsters. It just doesn't work that way. Oh no, I'm really scared. Come on. I'm not, I'm good at bluffing people, but this is too far. Whatever you say, I'm glad if you're calm. Really? Man, this guy is a try-hard. He is like, yo, I'm gonna give you this magical stone. I'm gonna be here to comfort you. Man, you're pulling out all the stops. You're just like, look, I really want to have fun with you in the sand, alright? I want to have fun in the sun all night long. No. Not gonna work. In any case, the stone will protect you, because it is in fact a concentration of moonlight. We have used it more than once, so I can guarantee its effectiveness. As seen on TV. This caravan has crossed the desert many times, so everyone here knows about the abyssals and ways to protect themselves. Now I'm totally calm. Oh, I bet you are, honey. What do the abyssals look like? Oh, come on. I mean, sometimes you just gotta fake it, right? But come on. This you're not gonna get, it's not gonna get very far. Hard to describe. They always hunt in packs. They move so fast that they look like shapeless. So they're wolves. So we're running from wolves. Well, wolves can be shot, buddy. Wolves can be stabbed. Wolves can be stoned. We can deal with wolves, okay? Throw a hunk of meat at them and they go the other way. I don't need your magical moonstone. Not all weapons, and even magic, can hurt them. I beg to differ. Pretty sure wolves can be killed. I mean, even if it's a werewolf, we use a silver bullet. Throw a can of cores at them and you're all good. You weren't scared again. I'm sorry. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of wolves or werewolves or beasts of whatever. Talia, don't apologize for this. Even under protection of a stone, abyssals can cause harm. Not to me. I'm a magical priestess with assets. For example, to lift up solid sand and bury you underground. or take you in a whirlwind far from the planned road so you can get lost and wander through the desert forever. Oh, come on, dude, man. Now we know. Now we know what you're trying to do, so stay close to me. You're gonna cuddle me now, huh? You're just gonna, like, wrap your arms around me and spoon me or whatever. He's not wearing a jacket. So when he said his inner jacket, I was confused. Talia shortened the distance to Einar and now walked almost touching his palm. In silence, they continued their journey. The desert in the dark was frightening in its vastness. It was as if they were sailing in the turbulent waters of the ocean. I mean, it does look like water and waves. Seeing nothing around them, Barchans looked like dark blue, almost black waves. Dunes? Can we just call them dunes, please? Ready to knock you down and draw you into the abyss at any moment. Talia had gone into a storm before. Back then, the sea was raging, and the waves were trembling against the side of the ship, flooding the deck. The wind had broken the masts, thunder and lightning flashes were everywhere. Well, then you need a better shipbuilder. I mean, if your masts are breaking in a storm, your shipbuilder is for crap. But now the sea was deceptively calm. Talia did not like it. As it was calm before the storm, it was like the time before the storm that she had gone through. Only now did she realize the dunes were formed in the desert. Since there is no wind here, it was replaced by the abyssals, and the entire relief around them was their creation. Talia closed her eyes and took a deep breath. She felt a gentle wind breeze blow behind her face. What are these buttons? Oh, I got sucked in the whirlwind? What does this do? Skipping? So this is just a... really, dude? He gave up. Oh, I'm a bitch. I am a beautiful bitch. I don't need the magical stone. He needs the magical stone. And I stole his magical Oh, come on. I have magic. I can heal your wounds. I'm a medic. I should have told you earlier that I have magical powers. Yeah, that way he wouldn't have given you his magic stone. Really? This is just the... Oh, you're magical too. You can turn music into fairies. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna just skip a lot of this. I want to see if there's actually, I don't know, a point to all of this. Um... Okay, I actually do have things I can... Well, I'm open and honest. We're gonna tell the truth. So I'm a magical goddess. Or semi-deity. So now we're laying next to each other. Well, this game seems to be a interactive graphic novel. So it seems interesting. It seems to have an interesting story. But I think that we're going to end this here. We have come to the end of our time. I'll catch you all later. If you like this video or you want to see me do something else, let me know. Like the video, subscribe. Thank you for your time. See you later, chummers.